Can I just walk through here? Does this place look like a playground to you? Yeah, that's the energy we're starting with. And if you thought things got warmer from there, think again. Justin and Hailey Bieber may be married, but their dynamic often feels more uncomfortable than cozy. From awkward exchanges to flat-out bizarre moments, we've rounded up the most chaotic, tense, and downright strange times that have people side-eyeing this celebrity couple and asking, wait, what even is this relationship? Let's rewind a bit. Long before they were husband and wife, rumors were swirling that Hailey had a serious thing for Justin, like super serious. Fans claim she was laser-focused on him for years, showing up to events he attended, tweeting about how much she loved Yelena, and seemingly orbiting his world until the stars finally aligned. But even once he popped the question, she admitted to having second thoughts. She told her parents something along the lines of, "This could be a huge mistake. Please talk me out of it if I'm wrong." That doesn't exactly scream fairy tale romance, does it? And honestly, some of those doubts may have been valid. Time and time again, Hailey has found herself in uncomfortable positions with Justin, especially in front of a camera. Like one time during a live stream, she was explaining something and Justin interrupted with, "You never know what you're talking about." He laughed, but she didn't, and neither did the internet. It wasn't just offhand shade. It felt like a pattern. A lot of their moments together don't come across like a couple deeply in love. There was a video where Hailey tried to get a bit closer and Justin said, "Don't touch me right now." He said it with a chuckle, but she backed off immediately. Fans were quick to defend or criticize, but either way, it looked off. And this wasn't paparazzi catching them at a bad time. These were moments they chose to record and share. Like the time Justin casually said, "If you weren't hot, I would have dipped a long time ago." Excuse me? That kind of energy shows up a lot. Hailey often comes across as someone trying to make things work, while Justin seems detached or even dismissive. There was one conversation where she brought up his struggle with Lyme disease and reminded him how she was constantly at appointments with him. He waved it off like she wasn't really involved. She gently corrected him, saying she was there the whole time. Instead of acknowledging that, he shrugged it off with a joke and moved on. Even in interviews or live streams with fans, it's easy to notice the shift. Justin can be incredibly kind, thoughtful, and respectful, just often not toward Hailey. He once gushed over a guest, saying they were gorgeous and amazing to have on, while Hailey, sitting next to him, got no such compliment. Another time, she made a playful comment about how messy he is, and instead of laughing along, he pointed to her bags and blamed her for the clutter. It was a joke, but it didn't land sweet. It felt defensive. Hailey, for her part, often seems like she's trying. She once said she handled most of the wedding planning because Justin just didn't want to deal with it. He straight up said, "I just showed up." And that's kind of how a lot of their dynamic comes across. Hailey doing the work, trying to hold it together, while Justin seems to float through without much emotional labor. He's even admitted that he had a sort of identity crisis right after getting married. He thought being married would magically make him feel whole, but it didn't. He felt empty. And it's Hailey who's been on the receiving end of that emotional roller coaster, often bearing the weight of his unprocessed feelings. You see it in how he acts when cameras are rolling, like when he was all smiles greeting a friend, but let the car door slam behind him while Hailey was getting in. It wasn't malicious, just careless, but those careless moments add up. There was also that viral clip where Hailey posted a video that looked like Justin was admiring her and recording her from behind. But eagle-eyed fans noticed she was actually using a mirror, filming herself, and trying to make it look like Justin was doing it. The whole thing came off sad. Even the way they met is wrapped in awkwardness. Justin tried to explain it in an interview, but stumbled over his words and eventually said it was arranged by their Christian parents. Hailey awkwardly laughed and tried to clarify, but the whole thing left viewers confused. That confusion only grew in a later video where they walked out together, and then Justin suddenly veered off in a different direction, leaving her standing there mid-step. To be fair, not every moment is cold. There are glimpses of warmth, like when they were asked about their first kiss. Hailey smiled and remembered it in detail, clearly cherishing the memory. Justin? He didn't remember the year. When she said she was 17 at the time, fans started piecing together timelines. And suddenly people were wondering how it all really overlapped with Justin's past relationship with Selena Gomez. And then there's the breakfast fiasco. Hailey made him a homemade breakfast one morning. Sweet, right? Not quite. Justin took a bite and dramatically said the food was so dry he almost choked, joking that Hailey was trying to poison him. She laughed, but you could see she was a little embarrassed. It was a tiny moment, but again, one of many that made people wonder how much affection is actually there behind the sarcasm. Possibly the most telling thing Justin ever said about their relationship came before they were officially together. He told Hailey point blank that he wasn't ready to be loyal, wasn't looking for commitment, and still had emotional baggage from his past. Any other person might have backed off, but Hailey stuck around, believing she could be the exception, the one who could help him heal. Even their wedding day wasn't immune to awkwardness. Justin was visibly shaky, not with nerves of excitement, but more like someone in emotional overload. Later, he asked a friend if they ever saw this relationship happening. The friend said no. That moment alone says a lot. And finally, there's the sidewalk clip, the one where Hailey stumbles while trying to keep up with Justin as he walks ahead, not even glancing back. She catches herself, smiles, and keeps going, like she's used to it. Maybe she is. At the end of the day, public figures deal with scrutiny all the time. But what makes Justin and Hailey stand out is how raw and unfiltered their relationship seems. There's no perfect Instagram facade. What we see is what we get. An emotional tug-of-war between two people who clearly care about each other, but might not be on the same page emotionally. And for better or worse, the world keeps watching.